mynews.studio.
A Danish bookstore quietly replaces all its price tags overnight. So what actually happens when books become tax-free? And could a move like this trigger a worldwide shift in how people read?
Today is August 27th, 2025. Let's dive into Denmark's decision to remove its 25% VAT on books. Can you walk us through what sparked this change?
It started with OECD data showing that nearly 1 in 4 Danish 15-year-olds can't understand a simple text. That's a big jump in reading difficulties over the past 10 years. The government is calling it a reading crisis.
So books go tax-free. That's a cost of about 330 million kroner a year, roughly 44 million euros. Is the government expecting this to actually increase reading rates?
Yes, that's the goal. The idea is to make books more affordable, especially for young people and people in disadvantaged communities. Plus, they're increasing funding for libraries and school reading programs. So it's not only about cheaper books.
But is there strong evidence that cheaper books mean more reading, or is this more of an experiment?
The evidence is mixed. Lower prices can help with access, but most experts say you need more, like cultural campaigns, better school libraries, and stronger links between schools and public libraries.
How have Danish publishers and booksellers responded? Are they all in?
So far, there's widespread support from publishers, teachers, and literacy advocates. But the government is watching closely to make sure the savings reach buyers, not just increase profits. If prices don't drop, they might reconsider the policy.
That's critical. If the savings don't reach readers, the people who need help most might not benefit at all. Are other countries paying attention to what Denmark is doing?
Absolutely. There's already debate in Europe about whether others should do the same. VAT on books varies a lot across the EU, and many countries face their own literacy struggles. But Denmark's starting point, high literacy, strong infrastructure, is different from countries with bigger educational gaps.
So if a country with lower literacy and fewer resources tried this, would just removing book taxes be enough?
Probably not. In those cases, tax cuts would need to be matched with investment in education, better libraries, and targeted reading programs. Denmark's approach is multi-layered for a reason.
The Danish government is tracking book sales, library visits, and youth literacy to measure progress. If those numbers don't improve, could they reverse this policy?
Yes, they've said that's possible. If publishers don't lower prices or there's no improvement in literacy, they'll revisit the policy. It's being treated as an experiment, not a permanent fix.
Why does this matter outside Denmark?
Because literacy affects economic growth, social inclusion, even democracy. Denmark's move is a real-world test of whether a tax policy like ending book VAT can help reduce educational inequality in a developed country.
If it works, it could inspire bigger changes elsewhere. But if it doesn't, will governments be more cautious about using tax policy for education?
Exactly. The results will shape future policy debates, especially where reading rates are dropping or books aren't easily available.
Denmark is committing real money to this, and now the world's waiting to see if it pays off.
So we circle back to our opening question. What really happens when books are tax-free? We'll keep an eye on the results.
Thanks for joining us. This episode was produced by mynews.studio. You can try it free today.